Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Ravens going up against the Jaguars. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. They've got the call on this Week 3 matchup.
Larry, the fans in teal and black are ready to lock down the bank as you get a look inside Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by a 5-time Pro Bowler. Out of Cal, it's Aaron Rodgers.
There's nothing like being overlooked that marries up with great talent that turns out a tremendous ball player. And I think Aaron Rodgers epitomizes that. Didn't get many looks coming out of high school. Had to go to junior college. Was sensational at Cal. And then bypassed in the early part of the first round. And now he's one of the top quarterbacks in the league.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down, and the offense in search of 6 yards.
319! 319!
Again, it's Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
When people see Vince Wilfork, they don't think about his versatility, do they? But we've seen that throughout his career where he's actually played some defensive end as well as his expected defensive tackle and nose tackle positions. Strength, great quickness inside that allows him to make plays in the offensive backfield.
Absolutely a run stopper. And that's caught by Beasley. A gain of 8 and a first down.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Chris Culliver with the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second down following the run. Rodgers to throw on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. The wide receivers, often a very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got time. And this is going to be incomplete.
Holding offense. The penalties decline.
Now on 4th down, the 2014 NFL leader is a rookie in yards per punt. Tress Way on to kick it. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the Stanford man. It's Andrew Luck.
I love everything about Andrew Luck's game, but I also love his worldliness. Some of his formative years were spent growing up outside of the United States. And I think that that's helped him when he came back because now he's seen the world. And I think that helped him mature a little bit as well.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now it's Luck off the bootleg. And it's caught by the new pickup from Cleveland. It's Travis Benjamin. That one goes for 24 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And we take you through the starting defense for Jacksonville.
Adam Jones is a really talented cornerback who's having a career renaissance.
To throw on second down is Luck. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, James Laurinaitis. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
And now out come the Jags. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. For the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Aqib Talib is one of the great gambling corners in the league. When he gets an idea and a notion and jumps a route, it often results in 6 points for his team.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Rodgers will try again on second down. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And now it's third down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Field right. Hey, they're scared. And 319. Hey, mine's 50.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
You're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. More from Jacksonville after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing is Luck. He's got the rookie from Arkansas, Hunter Henry. It's a pickup of 19, and it's good enough for a Baltimore first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The one running back is Gurley. On 2nd down, here's Luck. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Trent Murphy in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. They find some open field here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 18 yards there and a first down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Luck now to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Out of the gun, Luck. That's complete right around the 8. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. They come up in an offset out. To throw on 2nd down is Luck. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Gostkowski now. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Rodgers now on first down. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
It gets it over the middle to Cobb. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third down and 5.
Hey, we got 3. 3 down. 319.
Rodgers again now. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Rodgers to throw once more. This will be caught at about the 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that time. 319.
Offense working with a second and goal now from the 3. Here's Bell. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. C.J. Fedorowicz as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, Locke. He completes it right side to White. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both teams have had their moments so far today, and that's why we have a tight game on our hands. We'll have to see if either side can take control in the second half. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. Ravens line up at the 8. Luck's got the completion here, and it's caught for the touchdown. They're now on top by 4. Third down from inside the 10. Rodgers got the completion here, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown. They go ahead by a field goal. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Jacksonville for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Again they run with Gurley. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Luck. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Rodgers. And he's got him over the middle. Fedorowicz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off. Didn't have to knock anyone to the side. Didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And the catch is made over the middle by Whalen. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Tressway now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Benjamin. What a spin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Play action. It's locked. Surveying the field. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Is Gurley. Now it's locked. He's got time in the pocket. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
Here's Rodgers. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out here in the eye. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Easy.
On first down, Rodgers toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. So the offense has it first and 10. The give is to Bell, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the...
Now look at this. They get down the numbers. There he goes. Picked off by Chris Culliver. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Extra point try for Gostkowski. And that makes it 14-10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Cobb. Oh, a little 360. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
So similar to last week, same story here. The number's not good again. And, you know, occasionally I'm watching him on these routes. They got one, sometimes two guys just draped all over him.
I think they've got to figure out a way to get him a little bit of distance, you know, get him some space, because as a space player, he's as agile as your normal slot back or your running back. Just get him out there, give him a chance to run some one-on-one routes. He's really just a wide receiver playing tight end. Give him that opportunity. He hasn't been able to get that done in the last 2 weeks, though. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Rodgers now on first down. He gets it to Whalen, complete. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fresh set of downs here. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He'll look to throw. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw. Finding time. This will be caught at about the 3. Another pistol look here. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. He's back to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. An extra defensive back in the game here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. He's got time. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
Back to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you already see him scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong, you don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Luck now to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it's Luck. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Still 9 yards to go on 3rd down. Now Luck. And right side, Henry's got it. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line football.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Jacksonville, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Raiders going up against the Ravens. So with that, let's get right out to the stadium. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis have the call on this Week 4 matchup.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Oakland Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, and none other than Cam Newton.
In 2015, he had one of the great seasons ever by a quarterback in the NFL. A threat to throw it, a threat to run it, became a terrific leader, and led his team to a Super Bowl appearance.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
Now Newton. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
And Andrew Luck's skill set is absolutely fantastic. There's not anything that he can't do as a quarterback on the field. But I also think that he absorbed a little bit by osmosis some of that great bloodline. His father, formerly a quarterback in the NFL as well.
They go play action here on first down, surveying the field. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, How tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A beautiful spin and room to run. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication. Didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Third and long. It's Newton. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
At the end of one, 7-3 the score. We're back to Baltimore after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. The Raider defense now, here they are as they get ready to trot back onto the field. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger-pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. On 1st and 10, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
From his goal line here, Locke. They complete it to Hill. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On first down, it's Locke. He's got the rookie from Arkansas, Hunter Henry. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And now a first down following that long gain. Luck on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll fake it. Now Love. He's got time in the pocket. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out comes the Ravens defense now as they get ready for the next possession. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now, hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
On second down, Rawls. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Here's Newton going to Rawls on the dump off. A gain of 11 and a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Throw on second down is Newton. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Newton on 1st down. Paul bringing it in. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. To the air again, Newton. Crabtree with it over the middle. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And quickly they get to the line. Now it's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And for how much Cam handles the football, he really doesn't fumble a whole lot, but coughed it up there.
And I know that a lot of people seeing that play, they immediately go back to the Super Bowl against Denver and Von Miller knocking it free from Cam. But I think you're exactly right. One of the underrated aspects of his game, he's fundamentally sound when he carries the football. Whether he's in the pocket or actually running it, he usually does a great job of taking care of it.
He'll have to shake that one off. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. Benjamin with it over the middle. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw on second down is Luck. He completes it right side to White. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's second down. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Second and 10, Luck again. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Luck throwing again. No gain, and it's second down. They come out here in the eye. Here's Luck now on second down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck finding time. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on fourth down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Rawls. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Ravens want to continue to give their fans something to cheer about in the second half. The Raiders haven't played horribly, but will need to improve if they want to win this one. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Ravens line up at the 46. Gurley's found on the quick pass, and this will go for a touch. Ravens go up by 4. We go now to early in the second. Cook's going to take down the QB here. This ends up as a loss of 9. Raiders have it midway through the second. Newton's going to complete the pass from the gun. And the pass and catch will end up going for 11 yards. Raiders would later turn it over on a fumble. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's turn it back over to Brandon and Charles in Baltimore.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, 4 down.
Play action. It's locked. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. The one running back is Gurley. He'll get it running right. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. First down, Love. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 18 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for Baltimore first. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. To throw on second down is Locke. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hunter Henry with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here's the Ravens defense as they head back out there now. On first down, Newton. He's got time. And that is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Surveying the field. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Oakland. 54 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. First down, this is Rawls. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They stay on the ground, rolls again, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bailey able to knock it through. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And marching back out there now, the Raiders defense gets ready. Last drive, touchdown, surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders, as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Off of play action, Luck. He's got time in the pocket, and it's complete. Henry. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll give the Ravens a first down.
Good, solid, strong run that not only gets them a nice chunk of yardage, but takes the clock under 4 minutes. And now they're going to play situational football. How many timeouts does the opposition have left? How many runs do they need to call to make sure they bleed out those timeouts? But even more importantly, mentally right now, they hold the advantage. They probably have them at the verge of breaking. And what they want to do is finish them off.
Gurley again here on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd down and 4. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. And that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Finding time. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Getting late in the 4th now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
Again, Newton. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. Out of the gun, Newton surveying the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. And it's 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance. It just was unsuccessful.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Luck gonna throw it. He's got time in the pocket. On the left side, a catch by White. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
They come out here in the eye. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Deep drop. Still back there. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. The one running back is Gurley. He'll get the football here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there, and I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Now it's Locke. Finding time. Look at the time. And it's complete. Henry. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. So Luck down to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Baltimore, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Washington Redskins come to town. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the San Diego Chargers. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.